What up, Pyros? Today I'll be walking you through how I made the 25-shot milk crate rack and the shells I'll be using to load it up with. First off, materials you'll need is some scotch tape, zip ties, fuse. Today we'll be using the slow stuff, and these anvil cutters. You don't need these, but I really do recommend them if you're trying to be safe. You'll need a milk crate, something to kind of brace the tubes inside of the crate with. You could use like a 2x8 piece of wood here like I did, or some expanding spray foam. I've seen that done. To get these nice in here, you take the fiberglass tubes that come in these kits and you whack the bottoms off of them, and then you drop them in there. Okay, I got my tape ready, and when I come back I'll have the tubes in here and I'll show you guys how I run my fuse across and wire it all up. Alright guys, I got the 12 neon beef shells in there, right? So I loaded them all in. Make sure they're sitting at the bottom really nice, okay? Take your anvil cutters and cut the fuse of the shell at a 45-degree angle, but keep in mind the way you want your flame to run, right? So what I mean by that is, when you light this fuse here, your flame is going to be running this way. Keep that cut going along the same direction all the way around, up and through the corners. I put one zip tie because these are bigger ones, but you can put two, right? And I actually do recommend that you put two, and the tape, right? So I'll be using tape and I'll be wrapping this up kind of like so. Kind of one-handed here, but see if I can do it nicely. Kind of like so, right? And I'm hoping this is gonna ignite, right? And I'll do that all the way up and through here. If you run into a problem where you cut your shell fuse and you're like, shoot, I might have cut it too low, go ahead and pull that fuse out of that little ring there, and you give yourself another inch of room there, and you can redo your cut the right time. Okay, so I didn't want to bore you guys to death with this stuff, but that's the 12 of the neon beefs, and then I'll be putting 12 of these red, white, and booms coming this way, and then I'll post a demo. It'll probably stop right here. This one will be empty, okay? And I'll do the 5, 5, 12. Boom. Okay. Like I said, this is how I'm doing it. You do it the way you feel like is safe. I feel like this will be safe. I don't think there'll be any problems, and I'll be posting a demo on this stuff later. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back and I'll show you it when I'm all done. All right, I'm all done with taping up the ends of these fuses, okay? It's not pretty, but is it good contact? Yes, it is. It's very tedious work, guys, but do not rush it, all right? You want to be safe and you want to ensure that all your shells are going to go off. Sorry about the wind and the flies, guys, but yeah, I'm pretty much just going to do the exact same thing with these red, white, and booms. Ooh, someone's getting spicy. With these red, white, and booms, and I'll just run them this way, okay? Or no, here, we'll start this way and do this. Stop here, this one will be empty. Or I might throw something spicy in there. Who knows? But this is how I'm doing it. Like I said again multiple times, feel free to do it the way you want to do it. I'm probably going to get bashed in the comments, but keep in mind this is my first time, and I just wanted to capture the moment here with you guys and keep it on my YouTube so that I can go back and watch it in the future. Hopefully next year I'll be loading up a 50 fan professional rack, and this is just, you know, to get me by. But if it works, I'm not going to get rid of it, you know what I mean? And just, you know, we all know this stuff is not cheap, right? This hobby is not cheap, so just use what you got around the house. If you got bigger zip ties, use them. You don't have to have the smallest, nicest stuff or the biggest, nicest stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? Use what you got. All right, I'm out. All right, guys, if you made it this far, I wanted to show you where I'm at. So I did end up fusing up 13 tubes here, right? And I'm going to light it this way in the same form that I did this one. I know I said I was only putting 12 of the red, white, and booms, but I ended up dropping one spicy one in there. I ended up doubling up the zip ties on this run as well. And to finish it off, I'm going to run this masking tape over the top and cover the whole fuse just to prevent any accidental lighting of the fuse, okay? So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be posting demos of how this performs on my shorts, so tap into that if you might see that when you're scrolling. And yeah, the 4th is almost here. It's looking like we might have a little rain, but that ain't stopping nothing, guys. Feel free to let me know. Holy moly. Feel free to suggest anything in the comments that I could do better and safer. But like I said, bear with me. It's my first time. And I just wanted to bring you guys along. Thanks.